Everyone's heard of mixing and mastering, but today I want to take a look at the 5 key stages of music production through a practical lens and identify some ways that you can get your songs across the finish line. If you're new here, I post music-related videos every week and I'm on the road to 100 subs. Let's get right into it. It all starts with an idea, whether that's a guitar riff, a voice memo, or an 8-bar loop. This is the earliest and most open-ended stage of a song's development. This is also where your song is most likely to get abandoned due to how easy it is to get stumped or frustrated. What's most important at this stage is identifying what piece of the puzzle you already have and what's missing. A simple question to ask yourself is, what part of the song does this fit in? Is this a verse? Is this a chorus? Is this a bridge thing? And it can really help ground you in where you are. It's important to stay flexible, but also to have fun. It's the most conceptual part of the process. You're making something out of nothing, and that can be really fun and rewarding. So be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Now, once you got all the puzzle pieces that you want to put together, we are now working towards what I would call the demo stage. The real goal of this is to get the bones of the song into the DAW of your choice. This could be as simple as one demo vocal and one MIDI instrument carrying the chords of the song. What you really want out of this demo is the opportunity to evaluate your song and make any necessary changes, specifically melody, words, chords, and form. This is going to set you up for success down the line. Once you have your demo, it's time to enter production. The goal of this stage is to get to what you might call a production mix, which is really the first glance of all the tracks and ideas all in one place. It's not a final mix, there's a difference, but it's a first glance of all the things that you've summed together. The biggest responsibility of this phase for me is arranging. The sound selection is important, but if you make poor chordal choices or crowd the melody or fail to develop a feel, you can really cause headaches down the line. And so setting yourself up for success again can really pay dividends when it comes to mixing. Thinking of your song as one big score can really help give perspective on what areas of the frequency range might be over or underemphasized. For obvious reasons, production usually takes the longest. But once we have that production mix, it is time for mixing. It's very common to print individual tracks or groups of tracks into a new session to begin that process. It can really help give a new perspective as well as reduce the load on your computer. The goal of this stage is to mix down all the elements into one stereo file. Through various techniques, you're trying to reinforce what's already there and make it sound as good as possible. The result is a noticeable difference in clarity and separation amongst the instruments, as well as a more balanced stereo image and frequency spectrum. The genre of the track often dictates the necessary mix decisions to fit within that genre, to be competitive, to get the right vibe that the artist and producer, or if it's all just you, are going for. After the final mix is printed, it is time for mastering, where you are usually processing that same stereo file and not the individual tracks. The goal here is to bring that final level of polish and also help it translate onto any set of speakers that you'd be listening on. This is also where you bring it to its final loudness and prep for CDs or vinyls and such. If you've gone through the entire process yourself up to this point, I think it can be a great thing to have someone you trust master your song for you. Having another set of ears on another set of speakers in a different room can go a long ways in bringing an extra level of objectivity to those final decisions. It can also give you a lot of peace of mind. If that's something that isn't in your budget, you can always take a break of a week or two before going back in to finish the song. I hope this video helped. It's important to know that record making is a very dynamic process and the different stages can bleed into each other and there's no one right way to do anything. If it sounds good, it is good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful week. I will see you next time. Bye.
Want to hear a song that hits different? This is my new song, Screwed. If you like pop rock vibes and guitar solos, this is for you. You can find it, link in the description. Bye.
If you leave me here right out in the open, I'm screwed.